Sha-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. 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 Sha-na-na-na-na-na-na. They're tuning in, they're turning out. The I.P.A. Polka Show, without a doubt. So turn it up, we'll lay it down. The I.P.A. Polka Show is back in town, singing la 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 lay. La 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 lay. Hey, they're tuning in, they're turning out. The I.P.A. Polka Show, without a doubt. It's the I.P.A. Polka Show. Let's go.
Something old and something new, something borrowed, something blue, is a custom that is followed by the bride. Well, I'm not old, but I'm not new. I'm so sorrowful and blue at the message that I carry deep inside. They say a stitch in time saves nine, but there's no one saving mine, for the kind of love we had is hard to mend. There's no exception to the rule, so I guess I'm just a fool. This is the last time that I'm going to bend. A penny saved, a penny earned is a lesson that I learned, but the nest I made for us is all but gone. I've dotted I's and crossed my T's just to make you part of me, but honey, now I know that time is done. Well, tomorrow's another day, and I'll find another way to give that wheel of chance another spin. So I guess that I'll laugh last as I put away the past. I'm waiting for my good luck to begin.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the I.P.A. Polka Show on WPNA 1450 on your radio dial. My name is Bonnie Ryniec. I'm a director with the I.P.A. From the state of Illinois, of course, and I'd like to say thank you for joining us this morning. And sitting next to me is
I.P.A. Director Dan Mateja. Good morning, everybody. Happy Polka Sunday.
Good morning, everyone. Laura Mateja, one of your directors, is here as well, and we're happy that you tuned in this morning. And grab a cup of coffee or tea, put your feet up. We've got a great show coming up for you. Lots to talk about last weekend. And next to me is Spider-Man.
That's right. We got a full house today. Dennis Mikolajewski, I.P.A. Director. That first song was a brand new CD that we got last week in Buffalo by the Buffalo Concertina All-Stars, the Honky Fusion CD, and that was called Something Old, Something New. Boy, talking about last week, boy, where do we begin?
Amazing.
Yeah,
just amazing. Everyone had such a great time. We had a great turnout. The bands were smoking hot.
Yeah, and for those of you listening in, if you weren't aware of it, last weekend, of course, was our 48th annual festival and convention, which was held in Buffalo, New York at the beautiful Millennium Hotel. And everybody on the show today, of course, was out there in attendance, as we all are on the board. And dare I say it was a rousing success, right, Laura?
It certainly was, and especially that wonderful Pro-Am Jam that went on Sunday. If you're on Facebook, you got to get on and look at some of those pictures. We had 25 kids plus all the pros. We probably had 50 people up there, I'm thinking.
Yep.
And the courtyard was just jammed, upper and lower level, with people just clapping and pictures. And
even our welcome party, we, Dan and some of the directors and board members performed. But, I looked up and all of a sudden I see a Hall of Famer, Jackie LaBera, and Billy Bellina singing, Chet Kovalkuski singing. I mean, just Hall of Famers everywhere.
Right.
Hall of Famers were there in profusion.
That's right. That's right. You throw a stick, you'd hit two of them, right?
That's right. Yeah, and of course Bonnie was there enjoying herself and working all weekend as we all were, and but it was for a great event, and we all had a lot of fun.
And as Laura mentioned, if you're on Facebook, you can take a look at the many, 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 many pictures posted. Beautiful pictures. A special great big thank you to our buddy up in Canada, Les Kapuscinski, who takes those pictures and posts them like almost immediately. And they're beautiful pictures. They capture the moment so well. Take a look at Facebook. If you're not on Facebook, get on Facebook just to take a look at those pictures. And Dennis will be posting a lot of those on the website as well.
Right, I have some done, and I'll continue to do them. As soon as I do, I'll post links and make sure. I do have some up now, and I'll be working on them as soon as the show's over. So look for them later. That's at IPApolkas.com. You'll just see a photo gallery section. They'll be right there. And I'll probably put up a link on it on the front page as well.
And then on Saturday, we had our wonderful banquet. Thank you to Linda Neviarowski, our treasurer, who does such a wonderful job at the banquet. It was a great time. The speeches were hilarious, some of them.
Absolutely. I think
they were great.
All of the Hall of Famers that got inducted this year did a wonderful job in speaking and receiving their awards, and their presenters did a great job in presenting them as well. It was a great banquet, actually.
And also our Hall of Fame committee, Freddie Belinsky, Freddie Kenjerski, and Mike Matusek, thank you for all your work in taking care of the whole Hall of Fame process and all the awards. They did a great job. And then while that was going on, we had the Buffalo Concertina Stars back in the courtyard.
And you
playing.
just heard, actually, the
Right.
first song
Yeah.
was by them. So.
In fact, that's a new CD. Dennis, why don't you announce that?
Yes, I already did.
Oh, I'm
so.
sorry, I missed that. See, I'm getting prepared for the show and didn't hear you.
But it's the Honky Fusion CD, so we'll play another cut from that a little bit later.
So maybe we'll share a few more memories from last weekend a little bit later in the show. But just in summation here, we urge you all. I know if you weren't able to attend, we missed you. And what we would love to say is make plans to attend next year, because we're going to be back in Buffalo for our 49th and
50th.
And 50th. And all indications are that it's just going to get bigger and better out there. And it's certainly a blast. So you missed a good time, and we missed you. But hopefully next year you can join us.
Wow, I don't think it'd get much better. But I'm anxious to see what that would be. 'Cause that'd be a heck of a
It's
lot more
exciting that our festival has become so successful.
fun. That's right.
All the
That's
work
right.
involved, you know what? At the end of that weekend, it feels like it's all worth it.
Yeah.
So thanks everyone for being so supportive.
All right, how about some more music? I think we have the famous and fabulous samplers in the CD player right now. One
Yes,
called-
we do.
Oh,
But,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
but I'm going to make an announcement
Okay.
about an event going on today featuring the Ampelayers, and that's the Polish Heritage Festival, and that's at the Friendship Botanic Gardens in Michigan City, Indiana. And that's starting at 11 o'clock this morning with the Polish English Mass. And then there will be food and festivities will begin at noon. And then there will be music by the Polish Folk Orchestra, followed by music at 12:30 by the Ampelayers. And then there's going to be dance groups, the Wesoły Lud dance group, as well as the Polish Highlanders dance group. There's going to be a lot of things going on, great Polish food, wonderful entertainment, cultural displays, raffles, vendors. The admission is $5, and that's located at 2055 East U.S. Highway 12 in Michigan City, Indiana. It's the Friendship Botanic Gardens, and this is by the Polish, this is called the Polish Heritage Festival. And so now on the old-fashioned turntable, which is actually a CD player, we've got one by those fabulous, famous Ampelayers called the Snappy Polka.
Hello, all you polka fans, gather round and have some fun. Clap your hands.
When the band begins to play and the music comes your way, step on the floor, dance and sing to this snappy polka beat. Talking, laughing with your friends, hope the music never ends. What would make good times complete? It's the snappy polka beat. When the crowd begins to roar, asking us to play one more, the song we'll play is Dobranoc, which means good night to all of us.
Hi, this is Dave Musil, owner of Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing, with our biggest sale ever. Air conditioners from $24.95, furnace and AC combos from $36.95, plus a $1,000 utility rebate, a $1,700 manufacturer's rebate, and 5 years interest-free financing from Four Seasons. And I personally guarantee to beat any competitor's quote by $500, guaranteed. So call today.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4 Seasons.
Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electrical is proud to be a Chicago-based, Polish-owned company. Call Four Seasons today at 1-866-4-SEASONS. That's 1-866-473-2766. And be sure to mention that you heard this ad on the I.P.A. Polka Show.
And this afternoon, right here at our Glendora Banquets, this afternoon is Let's Polka USA Club's Fall Dance, and they'll be featuring music by Jimmy Killian and Honky Chicago. The doors will open up at 1, and music, as always, is 2 to 6 p.m., $10 at the door, and food will be available for purchase. And you can call Norb if you'd like to get advance tickets and reserve a table, and his number is 708-532-8919. Once again, Jimmy Killian today at Glendora.
Yeah, but exactly. You better call him fast because he might be leaving for the dance by the time the show's on.
Still time. Still plenty of time. We're going to do more announcements or we go right into some more music? Let's do some more music while we're getting a little organized here. The New Generations sent us a CD. They're out of Wisconsin. One called Dance With Her. We're going to do there's one called the Pulaski Polka. So it's cut number 6 there, Rick, featuring Jeff Moroshek on the vocal. Go ahead. Pulaski Polka.
This one's for all the bands that came before our time. Everyone that worked so hard put Pulaski on the map. We grew up listening to their songs, waiting for our chance to get our turn and start out our own band. There was Alvin, Mikey, Reba, and the Polkadettes, playing that old-time music in that honky-style way. You can hear their influence in Chad Shabilsky's songs, or in Polka Town or Moroshek Brothers' sound. Because I'm drinking with my pal What's-It-In-Na, in her mini skirt, Happy birthday, Johnny, on your birthday day. And how can you forget what makes the grass turn green? I wanna be with you. How married are you, Marianne? Oh, yeah. When the weekend rolled around, these bands would go to work. Showers, weddings, anniversaries, and the Sunday games. They from their heart, put a smile on your face. The crowds would come no matter what the place. There'd be a band at Huffa Park, Green Valley, and Danceland. The Swamps, the Stop at Angelinski's, even the Homestead. Everyone was all dressed up to dance the night away. If you listen close, you can almost hear them play. I start drinking with my pal, what's it in now? In her mini skirt, her mini skirt. Happy birthday, Johnny, on your birthday day. And how can you forget what makes the grass turn green? I wanna be with you. How married are you, Marianne?
Song for you right away. This one's by the Dynatones, and this is something I have a taste for right now. Chocolate soda polka.
You want to get have a chai-chai? Okay. Lots of yos in this one. Let's go. Eat those meatballs, chai. Oh.
Od Krakowa jedzie fura, a na furze pali góra. Yo! I popija czaj, czaj, czekoladę, czarną kawę. I popija czaj, czaj, czekoladę. Ojciec umarł, syn pozostał, syn po ojcu baję dostał. Yo! I popija czaj, czaj, czekoladę, czarną kawę. I popija czaj, czaj, czekoladę. Ojciec w niebie, Boga chwali, Syn na ziemi fajem pali. Yo! I popija czaj, czaj, czekoladę, czarną kawę. I popija czaj, czaj, czekoladę. Ojciec w niebie, z aniołami, Syn na ziemi, z panienkami. Jo! I popija czaj, czaj, czekoladę, czarną kawę. I popija czaj, czaj, czekoladę.
When you need to place your trust and confidence in a funeral home in time of need, turn to Ed Tilka. Ed is committed to your complete satisfaction and prides himself on the quality of service and dedication to your individual needs. He will ensure that the arrangements you make meet your wishes. He will explain the value and benefit of all available options. He offers an unequaled selection of services not available at many other funeral homes, such as assisting with your family's travel accommodations for the funeral, as well as access to their grief management library and licensed grief counselors at the 24-hour Compassion Hotline. He does this because providing your family with peace of mind is his top priority. Ed has over 20 years of experience serving in the funeral industry and is the manager and director at the Ridge Funeral Home, 6620 South Archer Avenue on the southwest side of Chicago. On the northwest side of Chicago, call Moloch Funeral Home, 6000 North Milwaukee Avenue, 773-774-4100. All members of the Dignity Memorial Network. Contact Ed Tilka at 773-586-7900 or 773-774-4100.
Alrighty, we'd like to tell you about a few upcoming polka happenings in the Chicagoland area right now. The first one is on Saturday, September 24th. The Polish American Community Fair is holding an event called Chili, Dogs, and Band. That's kind of catchy, huh, Bonnie? Chili, Dogs, and Band.
Sounds good.
You had a different name for this one earlier, but we can't say that
no.
one on the air. So, but anyway, on Saturday, September 24th, at their Grove, which is at 18600 Glenwood Thornton Road, in Glenwood, Illinois. They're going to be having their Chili Dogs and Band, and gates open at 1 o'clock. Tickets are $10 in advance, $15 at the gate, and you get food included. You get 2 hot dogs and a bowl of chili.
Wow.
And what Bonnie was talking about earlier, before when the mics were off, is what happens to you after you eat the chili. But we won't. That's right. Beverages will be available, cash bar. Music by Chicago's newest polka band, the Tri-City Drive, from 3 till 7. There's going to be raffles and door prizes, fun for the whole family. If you've never been out, which I would find hard to believe, but if you've never been out to the PAC Fair in Grove, it's a beautiful place. There's, paddleboat rides. There's going to train rides, fishing. There's going to be a bonfire this year. Wow.
That's what could be dangerous, the chili and the bonfire.
Yeah. That's a bad combination. Anyway, bring a lawn chair with you, or you can use the picnic tables. Rain or shine, there's going to be there. No coolers are allowed, no BYOB. Tickets are available by calling Vicky at 708-754-0016 or Kim Pye 219-718-4996, or you can call the Tri-City Drive Band at 708-254-9379. Once again, don't forget it, Saturday, September 24th, a beautiful fall event, Chili Dogs and Band, 2 hot dogs and a bowl of chili and polka music for $10 in advance. You can't go wrong.
What could you want?
Yes.
Well, and then the very next day, we're going to have a fall polka dance presented by John Sabawa and the Circle No. 1 Polish Highlanders of America, and they're sponsoring a dance at the Glendora Banquet Hall. Entertainment will be by the Music Company and also featuring Podhalane, the Folklore Ensemble. And this is really going to be a nice dance, folks, because the proceeds are going to be donated to an orphan and rehab facility for the children in Zakopane, Poland. So we'd love to have you come, and it's only $10 at the door, and help these kids and orphans in Poland. The time's a little bit different than normal. The doors will open at 12:30, and the music will go from 1 until 5:30. It's just a little bit earlier. $10 at the door. Come on out and donate to the kids in Poland and help them out. So sounds like a fun dance, Rick.
All right, back to more music, and as we like to do here on the I.P.A. show, we're going to switch polka styles for you just a little bit, and feature a song by none other than our trustee in Wisconsin. His name is Gary Brugan, and he is known as Wisconsin's Concertina Kid. He has a band called the Ridgeland Dutchman, and we're going to go with one of his recordings off of his Ice Cubes and Beer, and it is called the Tony's Polka. Here we go.
Heating, air conditioning, and plumbing with our biggest sale ever. Air conditioners from $24.95. Furnace and AC combos from $36.95. Plus a $1,000 utility rebate, a $1,700 manufacturer's rebate, and 5 years interest-free financing from Four Seasons. And I personally guarantee to beat any competitor's quote by $500, guaranteed. So call today.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4 Seasons.
Alrighty, and we're back. Once again, don't forget about Four Seasons for all your cooling and heating needs, and make sure you give them a call, especially with heating season approaching. Hey, Laura, you know what time it is?
I think I can figure it out.
What time is it? Anniversary time?
It's birthday time.
Oh, birthday time. All right, now it's time to tell you about some of our I.P.A. members who are celebrating their special day coming up this week. Today, our director from New York, from Buffalo, New York, which is where we just were at, Lori Urbanchik, happy birthday. Lori is celebrating her birthday. Also, Gilbert Skudlarchik from right here in good old Chicago town. Happy birthday, Gilbert. Sharon Cramen celebrating her birthday. Mary Jean Sweeney, happy birthday to you. Elizabeth Poots also celebrating her birthday. And then former I.P.A. director, Mr. Richard Berkowitz, celebrating his birthday on the 12th, along with our good buddy, Rich Sadayevsky. Also, Julie Gebhardt celebrating her birthday. Happy birthday, Julie. And Ronald Gregg, happy birthday. On the 13th, Anya Pivovarchuk, well-known vocalist from Canada, celebrating her birthday. David Bonkevich from Arizona, happy birthday, David. Eileen Daniloff, celebrating her birthday. And Carrie Haraburda, celebrating their birthday on 13th of September.
All right, and on the 14th, we have Butchie Yashevich, Eugene Toms, Robert Sinor Jr., and Jim Miller. On the 15th, Rob Piatkowski from John Gouda, Deb DuPont, Joe Bosch, Jerry Barsukiewicz, and Joyce Bohosulav.
That was pretty good, Laura.
That was a little difficult, but I'm getting better. On the 16th, Dave Gaida, right here, our friend from Chicago, and also someone who used to live in Chicago from the Chicago Push, Lenny Gomulka, is celebrating his birthday. Natalie Lucas, and then on the 17th, John Borkowski and Jerry Fornick. So we hope all of you have a terrific birthday, Stolat. Have fun.
You know what? As much as I hate to admit it, we're starting to announce fall dances.
I know. Well,
summer's over, Bonnie. Summer's over. What happened?
Got to close the pool.
Yeah, close the pool.
Oh no, we have to have one more going away pool party before you do that.
Okay, let's go in right now.
All right. Well, let's give another half hour though after the show. Anyway, the IP is sponsoring a fall dance. That's on Sunday, October 23rd at Glendora Banquets. Music from 2 to 6, and it's featuring the music of the boys. The boys from Baltimore are coming in. It'll be $15 admission, payable at the door. Once again, at Glendora Banquets, 2 to 6 on Sunday, October 23rd. So mark your calendars now. So since we're going to... You had an announcement yet too, right?
I do have one more. Actually, now that you're talking about the boys, Mike Matusek is running a great event called Polka Motion 2016. And I'm going to read some of the changes that are going on this year. He says here, despite the fact that construction will prevent the annual Polka Motion by the Ocean Festival from taking place at the Rehoboth Beach Convention Center, arrangements have been made to have dances at a nearby the W.T. Spooner American Legion post, and that's at 113 American Legion Road in Lewes, Delaware, for the enjoyment of polka fans who still want to come on out for that last a little vacation by the ocean. So, and I know that next year Polka Motion will be back at the regular location, but this year they had some construction issues. So here's the schedule. On Thursday, September 15, Polka Family will be performing. On Friday, Eddie Foreman Orchestra and Charm City Sound, and then on Saturday, the Polka Country Musicians. So adult admission is $15 and only $10 for the kids. They'll have food and all kinds of great drinks and cold drinks and sometimes too strong drinks. I don't know about those bartenders.
Yeah, I know. You got to watch out.
You better drink some water in between.
Yes, Mother.
But it's a wonderful beach resort area. How about it, Dan?
Yeah.
Great little shops, and you can walk. You could walk to and from your hotel to the
Great food.
to the beach, and then you can go shopping and you can go polka dancing. It's awesome. We got to go back there next year.
Yep, we do.
Lovely town, great
It
shopping.
is. It's great
So
shopping.
clean.
It is.
Very clean.
It's kind of like a northern Key West. Rick could find a lot of hats there and,
And
have
cigars.
a lot of fun there.
There's a nice cigar shop I heard about. Not that I smoke them, but when I hear cigars, I think about you, Rick.
Well, he doesn't eat them; he just chews on them.
He's giving us the hook sign. So why don't we play a song by the boys, one called My Old Polish Town.
There's a place that I adore, back where I was born. Every corner had a tavern or a store, where I went to Polish school. And if I played the fool, a Polish nun would make my knuckles sore. Got our Easter baskets blessed right after Polish Mass. Learned to polka at the local Polish home. Bought our punchki and our vodka from the bakery down the street. We'd walk to get whatever we would need. In my old Polish town, no better place around, where Polish pride was felt and Polish hearts were found. It was imperative to show our heritage with that old polka sound in my old Polish town. Row houses were our homes, some of brick and some of stone. At night we'd sit outside with all our friends. Near his statue in the park, we'd play from dawn till dark. Riding with Pulaski we'd pretend. I'd shine shoes in local bars, where pickled eggs would sit in jars, and Polish men would sip their shots and beers. Growing up in such a world where Polish boys love Polish girls, what better way to spend those early years? In my old Polish town, no better place around, where Polish pride was felt and Polish hearts were found. It was imperative to show our heritage with that old polka sound. In my old Polish town, in my old Polish town, I'm proud to say it loud, where Polish pride was felt and Polish hearts were found. It was imperative to show our heritage with that old polka sound in my old Polish town.
All right, and that was the boys with Mike Matusek, Hall of Famer Mike Matusek on the vocal, one called My Old Polish Town. I like that song.
That's a great song. I've got a couple events coming up that our buddy Dave Wolichki is running. He's got a trip going to Michigan City, Indiana to the Blue Chip Casino, and that's on Wednesday, September 21st. It's $35 per person, and that includes a continental breakfast on the bus with the buffet, and you can get some points and $10 in cash to start having some fun gambling out there. And there's going to be 2 departures. One's going to be at St. James, and one is going to be from Polonia. And then also Dave's running, planning to run a bus on Saturday, November the 12th. And that's a joint Festival of Friendship and I.P.A. bus trip going out to Cleveland, Ohio for the Polka Meets Country. And that, again, the date is Saturday, November 12th. And it's going to be featuring the music of the polka country musicians and a country band by the name of Caliber. You can contact Dave for this information on either one of these trips or both of these trips. And the number to contact Dave at is area code 312-315-2215. And I believe we've got something coming up for you.
We do. Bel Air Enterprises is going to celebrate their Oktoberfest, and that's coming up Sunday, October 2nd. This is getting depressing. We're talking about October, but this is a really fun event. They're bringing out Jody Maddie and the Honky Express from Parma, Ohio, and this is their first appearance in Chicago. And a really great bunch of guys, and I'm sure you'll enjoy hearing a different band for a change, which is always nice. Glendora House is going to be the place that we're going to be that day. Music will be from 1:30 to 5:30. Admissions $12 payable at the door, and Mary's Polish Kitchen will be open. So don't forget, Oktoberfest, October 2nd at Glendora.
They're throwing us off with these odd times. We're
I
used to
know.
2 to 6.
It's usually 2 to
don't,
6.
Don't throw us off with this 1:30 to 5:30 stuff. We confuse easily.
You really
well,
have
I'll
to
speak for
read.
myself. I confuse easily. We mentioned earlier, Polka Country Musicians was going to be playing an event. We have one on their latest CD, When the Party Started, one called Waiting for My Lover Polka.
Sobie gońseczki jednego poranka, śledzia se na górce, czekała kochanka. Śledzia se na górce, czekała kochanka. A za górką gońseczki trawkę sobie zgubią, Ojcu dziewczyna winna, moj winna, żyją chłopcy lubią. Ojcu dziewczyna winna, moj winna, żyją chłopcy lubią. Shake
This is Dave Musil, owner of Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing, with our biggest sale ever. Air conditioners from $24.95, furnace and AC combos from $36.95, plus a $1,000 utility rebate, a $1,700 manufacturer's rebate, and 5 years interest-free financing from Four Seasons. And I personally guarantee to beat any competitor's quote by $500, guaranteed. So call today.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4-SEASONS.
Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electrical is proud to be a Chicago-based, Polish-owned company. Call Four Seasons today at 1-866-4-SEASONS. That's 1-866-473-2766. And be sure to mention that you heard this ad on the I.P.A. Polka Show.
You know, with all that heat and humidity we've had this summer, Laura, I wonder if Four Seasons have been really, really busy. But you know what? They're never too busy to take care of another customer. So make sure you call them if you need
right.
them.
I'm sure people are having problems this past week with their air conditioners dying.
That's right.
That's when they die, when they're overheated. All right, what are we going to do, guys?
Well, we have something special here. The New Brass Express from Michigan came out with a new tune that's not even been released yet on CD, but we got a special copy. And it talks about our newly elected Hall of Famer from Chicago, Stash Golonka. So we'd like to play that for you right now. It was great seeing Stash and his wife Sue and his daughter at the convention last week. They all look great, and they're all grinning from ear to ear. It was great to have this honor bestowed on Stash. It was a really proud moment for him. It was very emotional as well.
It was nice to see
a lot
him.
of people were choked up about it just to see Stash so happy and be able to reserve such a deserving award.
You know, we were talking earlier off the air about how wonderful job his daughter did in her presentation of Stanley. She did a wonderful speech. I'd love to have a copy of it. Actually, we should try to get that. But
Sure.
yeah, it was just a great speech that she gave to
It was very nicely
present her
written.
father. Yeah.
It was very heartwarming. She looked beautiful. She was very eloquent.
Yep.
Well, I
And-
liked how she took parts of words of his
From his
songs and created the
songs.
speech around it. That was
Yes.
really neat.
Yes, it was beautiful. Mm-hmm. So we've got the music ready. And Dennis, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah, Danny, I just got a text from Stash's daughter. She said she'll sell the speech for 2 copies for $5.
There you go. Not bad.
Yeah, what a deal. In typical Happy Stand fashion, right? There you go. So this one's for you, Stash.
We remembered when we first heard some Chicago master songs. Do I love you? Where was I? Made you wanna sing along. And we'd gather around a bandstand where soon their tunes would ring. And once he started singing, we'd say, Stash is still the king. He played old-time Polish numbers from all the years gone by. Mania made you happy, and 2 worlds could make you cry. His crooner voice identified as he began to sing. Good old honky style songs, say Stash is still the king. So here's to Stash, forget him never. For all the times we've heard him play that good old honky way. Here's to Stash, forget him never. 'Cause it's a Stash Golonka thing, a Stash is still the king. From life together and courting days, walk through this world with me. One heart this time and take me back, bring back great memories. So many fans would travel far just to hear him sing. And now he's in the Hall of Fame, hey, Stash is still the king. So here's to Stash, forget him never. For all the times that we've heard him play that good old honky way. Here's to Stash, forget him never. 'Cause it's a Stash Golonka thing, hey, Stash is still the king.
loved one. The last thing you want to worry about is whether the funeral director you choose will personally attend to your needs with compassion and detail. Jeffrey Anderzunis and the staff at the Richard Midway Funeral Home care about the people they serve. With honesty, straightforwardness, and fair pricing are just a few of the traditions at the Richard Midway Funeral Home. If and when the need arises, whether it may be today or perhaps you're thinking about the prearranged funeral, call Jeffrey Anderzunis at 773-767-1840. That's 773-767-1840. The Richard Midway Funeral Home is located at 5749 South Archer Avenue in the heart of Chicago's southwest side. For thoughtful, sympathetic peace of mind, contact the staff at the Richard Midway Funeral Home, 773-767-1840, and there's no obligation.
Alrighty, back to more music. We're going to play a song here for you that was recorded on a recently released album, or CD I should say, by our Hall of Famer and director from Canada, Mr. Eddie Goots and the Polish Canadians. And by the way, Ed is recovering. From a recent surgery and a little bout in the hospital, and he's doing really well. I spoke to his wife recently, so best wishes going out to Ed Goots, and we're glad you're recovering well, Eddie.
Yeah, we missed you and Wanda at the festival this weekend, but we were thinking about you.
We sure did. So here's a song off his latest release called Still Playing Polkas, and it's one called Na Boyence.
Jasiu, mój kochany Jasiu, wiem, że jedziesz daleko, bo jak sobie z tobą będę twoją żoną na zawsze żyć przy tobie, bo jak sobie z tobą będę twoją żoną na zawsze żyć przy tobie.
Co będziesz robiła, Kasiu, moja Kasiu, na dalekiej wojence? Będziesz bluzki prała, przy mnie zawsze stała na dalekiej wojence. Będziesz bluzki prała, dla mnie wódki lała na dalekiej wojence.
Nasze pociechy na dalekiej wojence. Na polu orzechy to nasze pociechy na dalekiej wojence.
Będzie mi powolnie, będzie mi się kochać, będziemy tak pięknie żyć. Razem przeżyjemy i się pobierzemy, będziemy tak pięknie żyć. Razem przeżyjemy i się pobierzemy, będziemy tak pięknie żyć.
Hi, this is Dave Musil, owner of Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing, with our biggest sale ever. Air conditioners from $24.95, furnace and AC combos from $36.95, plus a $1,000 utility rebate, a $1,700 manufacturer's rebate, and 5 years interest-free financing from Four Seasons. And I personally guarantee to beat any competitor's quote by $500, guaranteed. So call today.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4 Seasons.
Just another quick reminder that the I.P.A. is sponsoring their fall dance on Sunday, October 23rd. Music will be by the boys. It'll be starting from 2 o'clock to 6 o'clock Glendora Banquets and Harlem Avenue in Chicago Ridge. Admission $15 at the door. And Laura, we're also going to have a meeting that day, right?
We are. We're going to have our general meeting on that day. So doors are going to open up at 1 o'clock, and then at 1:30 we'll have our general meeting of the I.P.A. Members are all welcome. If you're not a member, you're welcome to come to the door and join, and then you can join in on the meeting. And then right at 2 o'clock, we'll be starting off with the boys. So we hope that all of you will join us on that Sunday.
And coming up on the next song is going to be by the Maestros Men. It's called the Hall of Fame Polka. And I'd like to send that one out especially to our friend Karen Hootie. She accepted the award on behalf of the Don Jadlowski family for his induction into the I.P.A. Hall of Fame. And job very well done, Karen. And we're just all very happy and relieved that you found what you were looking for.
And also, let's give a shout out to all the Hooties and the Belandas and
yes, and those beautiful
Rutenbergs.
children.
They brought all the
kids. They had
kids.
such a good time.
They had a great time this weekend. Thanks for coming out, guys.
The state of Illinois, for I love that polka music ever since I was a boy. I've gathered all their records, for I cherished every name. So I then found myself standing in the Polka Hall of Fame. My heart then beat somewhat faster as I walked in through the door, for I heard the sound of voices I had often heard before. A happy kind of sadness brought a teardrop to my eye. Now I'll tell you what I saw there, and I'm sure that you'll see why. It was Onchek and his versatones with his fateful bass guitar. I could hear that magic voice then coming from somewhere afar. Little Wally's heartfelt vocals and Casey's magic box. Walter Solek's crazy costumes always drew the crowd in flocks. We salute the Hall of Famers from all across the land. May the Lord bless those still living and the ones who join us then, as we celebrate their music and remember all their names. Our stars will live forever in the Polka Hall of Fame. All their own, with Rich Tokaj and Jan Simon, we never felt alone. From the big band of Ray Henry, the ballroom seemed to ring. Marion Lush and Eddie Skinger, how they both could play and sing. I could hear Stash and the Shanda as I stood there in the room. I could hear Wisniewski sing another classic polka tune. Frankenegger makes accordion, brought out that Cleveland style. Raymond Schillick's East Coast polka sound, it always brought a smile. We salute the Hall of Famers from all across the...
Thank you for listening this morning, and this is Bonnie Ryniec saying goodbye and have a great Sunday. Go polka dancing, make an ordinary day an extraordinary day. Thanks for listening, folks.
Have a great Sunday, everybody.
And speaking of Sunday, don't forget today, Let's Polka USA Club is going to have a dance today. Jimmy Killian and Honky Chicago are performing. Have a great time, have a great week, and we'll see you soon.
Hey, we're going to close the show with a song here that kind of commemorates, unfortunately, a very tragic anniversary in our country. Of course, today is 9/11, and we all remember what happened on this date many, many years ago, or a little over a decade ago, I should say. And here's a song that kind of talks about our freedom in our country. And so keep all those people that suffered and died in 9/11 in your thoughts and prayers today as we close this show. Have a great day, everybody.
I felt fear before, but not like this. We'll weep, but we'll grow stronger. I've watched heroes before, but not like this. I've seen courage before, but not like this. I've heard prayers before, but not like this. We'll weep, but we'll grow stronger. If our founding fathers were here today, they'd love the USA. We'll fight for freedom, we'll fight for peace, we'll fight for justice, for you and me. And through it all, we'll all stand tall and do what's right for all. We'll find the hands that brought us pain, we'll smoke them out on our campaign. And through it all, we'll all stand tall and do what's right for all. I've seen battles before, but not like this. I've seen hearts ache before, but not like this. I've seen flags wave before, but not like this. We'll weep, but we'll grow stronger. If our founding fathers were here today, they'd love the USA. We'll fight for freedom, we'll fight for peace, we'll fight for justice, for you and me. And through it all, we'll all stand tall and do what's right for all. We'll find the hands that brought us pain, we'll smoke them out on our campaign. And through it all, we'll all stand tall and do what's right for all. And through it all, we'll all stand tall and do what's right for all.